Hi, my name's Pauline Charman from BioBarcode Australia, and I just want to give you a quick snapshot of what the WA Barcoding Blitz participants will be using to help identify their specimen using DNA technology. So the plan is for them, first of all, to go out and to collect either a bug, a spider, and they will be sending you some very easy step-by-step instructions on how to collect ethically and then place them into some ethanol and maybe into a fridge so they can be euthanized properly, as scientists do when they are collecting them. And then the plan is on the day of our live broadcast that everyone has a little container with their specimens in. They bring them in, and as you can see, we've got a setup here that's not particularly big. We've got a couple of pieces of very cool biotech equipment I'll tell you about in a moment, including these very cool things which all of the participants will be using, we're teaching them how to use. It's a micropipette. But essentially what happens is that we will start with getting our little bug out of here. We supply all the equipment, by the way, and some gloves. They'll all be wearing gloves. And we're going to be teaching them a little bit about decontaminating their space first by spraying some ethanol and that type of thing. All right, so essentially what we do if we're going to collect a specimen for DNA barcoding is to actually just use a couple of very small plastic tips here that will just give us a very small amount of the specimen. And that very small amount is going to go into a little tiny tube like this. As you can see, the tubes are very small that we're going to be using for DNA extraction and work. Okay, the next step is that they're going to basically be grinding up that little piece of tissue in this particular tube. It's got some special buffer in it that's going to be an extraction buffer. And once they have gone through, there's actually a couple more of those buffers. The final step, which is really quite important, is for using, or it's going to be using a little, this is called a dipstick. It's not very big, it's just wax paper with some chromatography on the end. And what they basically do is they dip it into the extraction a number of times and they wash it as well. And then finally, they are actually going to put it into a little tube that will have some green reagent in it. Now, this goes in for about 15 seconds. And once they've done that, this tiny little tube has got some DNA from their insect or their bug in it. And that's when we first start to use a piece of exciting biotech equipment. This is called a PCR machine. And I've actually got it running at the moment. So you can see that it's a tiny little thing. And believe it or not, this very same model is on the International Space Station. These are authentically produced. They are research grade. People take them out on boats, in the bush, on the beach. They work off lithium batteries. We're going to send you the power supply because you're going to be sort of doing this in a place where you've got some power, and you basically connect it to a laptop and it will actually show what's happening, which basically involves when we are, and I'll just pause this for a moment, and we just open it up, and this PCR machine is responsible for copying lots of specific bits of DNA. And so we're going to pop their samples in here, we close the lid, and we start to run the machine, and it goes through heating and cooling. It actually takes 2 hours to do. And whilst this is processing, what we're really hoping to do is have some of the students talk about where they found their insects and their bugs. If our Indigenous ranger groups are in, talking about where on country they have actually found some of their insects and bugs, and more importantly, even tell us some stories. We want to make this really a two-way science experience. And so whilst we're helping them understand and use some very cool technology that's going to give us an identification, they, on the other hand, can share with us some wonderful stories about their experiences with insects and bugs and why they are so important on country as part of what their everyday life is as well. And so and we've also got some great special guests lined up from our end as well, some great young scientists that are using this type of equipment to identify species with DNA. Okay, so let's fast forward. Let's pretend we've gone through our 2 hours. I will just turn this off, and basically I will do that. And then comes the exciting part where we get to take the sample out of here, and we then have them learn how to use one of these, because the next step involves seeing the DNA that's in here, and that is done using this very cool piece of equipment. It's called a gel electrophoresis tank. It has, I've just put the light on there, but I will turn it off for a moment. But essentially what they're going to do is use this tool, the micropipette, to take out a very small amount of this sample. And we are going to, before they start this, we're actually going to take them through a very fun learning experience on how to use a micropipette. But essentially it involves being able to pick up very tiny volume. As you can hear, I'm talking about microliters that these micropipettes use. And there will be a gel in here, and they will get to actually deposit their sample in here. And once they have done that, and I will eject that tip as well. I love learning how to eject tips. We actually put this on, and it runs for 20 minutes. We put a lid on here, and it's actually a photo hood, and we can put a phone on here and actually take photos of the gel and the sample. And we end up, and this is something that I'll send you some photos of as well, the little green bands that you might remember seeing on DNA shows like CSI. We end up with a band on there. So they'll get to actually witness and do all this. And once that they have seen they've actually managed to get some DNA, that little sample of DNA then gets put in a special bag, and we post it off to Perth to where it will be sequenced genetically. So its DNA code will be read. And we'll be talking more about that. We'll be explaining how that's done. We'll have some wonderful footage of our sequencing centre scientists talking about how that's done. And we're very mindful though that we are talking some pretty complex science, but we're hoping we're going to be able to translate it really easily and really well, so people can get a snapshot of what it's like to actually work with DNA. But the most important part of this is that we are helping to identify genetically the insects and bugs of Western Australia throughout our regions, because we only know probably about 20% of the identity of most of those invertebrates across our state, and it's nowhere near what we're going to need to understand for our futures. So and if we can identify something and understand it better, we're going to be able to save it. So that's the most important part. So that is basically what DNA barcoding looks like, and hopefully that's given you an idea of what the barcoding blitz is all about. And every group that participates, they'll be sent a kit. All this equipment will be sent to them, all the reagents. We're going to have teachers' guides and a video. And as I mentioned, we'll be live streaming on the day, so we will have sort of blow-by-blow descriptions of what to do and when to do it. So I hope that's explained things a bit better for you.